The goal is to transform every part of our city, every corner of our city, by adding new infill buildings, and our policy framework supports this, but also by redesigning the public realm. Historically, in this old model that came about in the 50s and 60s, we really thought about streets as being places for cars. How did engineers measure a level of service? How many cars can you move? That's an old framework. The Green City framework focuses on moving people. And a better way to move people is not in cars, it's on transit, it is walking, and it is through cycling infrastructure. That's the Green City model. And we released, you can Google Green Streets Toronto, our draft guidelines on complete streets that we are now using as a framework to advance this new model. So when we think about adding that density along those corridors like Dufferin, like Eglinton, we also need to think about redesigning the street for pedestrians, for cycling, for transit. We need to link all these pieces together in order to create the Green City. An initiative that we are advancing that will make this very transparent and real to residents in the City of Toronto is the King Street Pilot Project. I'm pleased to tell you today that the website is being launched today for the King Street Pilot Project. This is the busiest surface transit corridor in the City of Toronto with 65,000 riders a day. That is an astounding number of riders. But you know what I know if you've ever ridden the King car. Service is slow, it's unreliable, you often can't get on, there's a frequency issue, and the irony is it's in part due to the cars in the corridor. So the King Street Pilot Project is about redesigning King Street to focus on moving people, knowing that along King Street today, people are moving on transit primarily, and they're also moving as cyclists, and they're also moving as pedestrians. We are launching the pilot. It will be built out later on this year. We are launching the conversation about the pilot starting today. And in fact, on February 13th, make a note of that date, we will be hosting a public meeting. And we heard in our earlier conversations from the community, let's not spend too much time talking about this. It's decades and decades overdue. Let's just get the pilot built out in the corridor so we can start evaluating and understanding the opportunities and the benefits. So on February 13th, we will be bringing forward to you a series of options as to how the corridor can be redesigned, the objective being transit first, moving people first. And this is about creating a green city. This is about recognizing the latent demand that already exists along King Street. All those people in Liberty Village who, quite frankly, have given up on transit. This is about creating a higher level of service, and it is a quick win. There's no tunnel that needs to be built. We're going to do this primarily at the operational level, and I'm thrilled to say that we've been collaborating very closely with the TTC and with the GM of Transportation Services, creating a team that is very focused on delivering this key priority, precisely because this key priority delivers on creating a green city.